Hi, I'm Ro Polzinski, and this is my husband, Don. We're experts in personal leadership and authors of the upcoming book, Changing Your Equation. What are we going to talk about today, Don?
Entrepreneurship.
Like Oprah or Mark Zuckerberg?
Yes, very much so. We often think of entrepreneurs as being these very famous, very successful people. But what we need to realize is we all need to be the entrepreneurs of our own life.
We do. And there are key characteristics we're going to talk about over a series of videos. This is just the first one. It's going to help you take those entrepreneurial characteristics and turn them into actionable items in your own life so that you can live the life you want to live, the life you deserve to live.
So what are those key characteristics?
We're going to just start with the first one, and that's creating a vision.
Yes, that is essential. Think about getting into your car. You have an idea of where you want to go before you ever leave the driveway. And there's so many people we find that are what I call adrift. They're just going through their lives day to day, and they have no destination.
They have no dreams. And it's one of the saddest things I've come across in my consulting and in my coaching is when I ask someone what are their dreams, and they tell me they don't have any. How can you live a life without dreams? You can't. You shouldn't. So don't.
Well, I think that's something that we stumbled upon really early when we were first dating. We were always intent on the vision of our life.
Exactly. So it started really kind of easily with the short summers in central New York. We would try to think about what hikes we wanted to do, what day trips we wanted to get done. And so we'd make a list. And then as we grew, as we moved towards being engaged, we started thinking about the house we wanted to live in and the type of life we wanted to lead.
Right. So at first we were maybe thinking more about short-term vision, and then we moved into a longer term, 2 years, 5 years, what we're doing 10 years from now.
Exactly. And we grew. I mean, this was a process that we learned along the way. We weren't born knowing this, just like everyone else. We had to learn what worked for us. But that's what we want to share. And what works now, what this all evolved into is what we call Dream Days. And it's just a fabulous just experience.
It is. It's one of, I think, our biggest secrets and something that we want to tell everyone about.
So, a dream day is exactly what it sounds like. You take a day. If you're not in a relationship, go by yourself or take some friends. What you do is go for a long drive and open your mind. You literally list everything that you could possibly dream you'd want in your life. And the only rule is
everything's on the table.
No judgments allowed. You're allowed to have your dreams, so write them down. And why is it so important to write them down?
The fact that writing down crystallizes them in your mind. And that's very, very important. Because as you go through life, opportunities are going to come about that you're going to be able to fulfill your dreams. And without writing them down, they'll be here today, gone tomorrow. It's that writing creates that crystallization. And when you get into a situation, you'll see opportunities will come about, and all of a sudden, that dream that seems so far away is going to be so obtainable.
Exactly. So what you do is after you've written down anything you can imagine, no judgments allowed, we personally, and what you should do is start to prioritize them. What can you get done in 2 years? What can you get done in 5 years and beyond? And what we found is
things really happen. We have accomplished so much more than we ever dreamed.
Exactly, and quicker than we thought. So those 2-year goals, we find that they happen sooner, and we're already on to the 5-year goals and moving forward.
This really may sound so simple, and yet it is so powerful.
And so many people don't do it. I mean, this is something very easy to accomplish. It's fun because it's your life. You get to dream it. And then when something new comes on, it's pretty easy just to add it in.
Right. You can take things off the list from year to year, add new ones. It's meant to change as your life changes, and it will change.
So let's go back to those key entrepreneurs, those ones that we see that are so successful. They've created the vision of where they could go, what they could do. And what we're saying is that you need to do the same for your life.
So if it sounds simple, it is. Our advice, go out and start dreaming.
Exactly. So moving forward in the next few videos, we're going to talk about some of those other characteristics, like finding the gaps, how to solve those gaps and those problems, and then ultimately it will come down to taking action. But for now, go dream. You deserve it.
It's all about creating a vision. Step one, vision, go out there and have fun.